still the coolest spider hero in any reality.
So we're gonna be watching a game that I actually had not too long ago when I was playing Marvel Rivals for a bit. Basically, my first time playing, not one of my first times playing Penny Parker, and I got an MVP, so I wanted to use that as the background footage. You basically see me learn the character a little bit here at the beginning and trying to figure it out, but I did have a little bit of experience watching the people play her, so that's basically about it. So if I make some mistakes, it's because I was, again, first time playing her, so. And also, technically first time with this map on defense, because I don't know where the actual, I usually always get to place on attack, and if I do get on defense, I just don't remember. Obviously we're doing this in replay, so you're going to be able to see people through walls, obviously. But, I actually go 28-1, I believe, this game, so there's that. I do very, very well. But, that being said, this is going to be a different kind of video. And if this gameplay that you're watching here doesn't end up going long enough, obviously I will include more, a little bit afterwards as well. But, yeah, I, wanted to make a video because obviously, as of this going up, it is my birthday. Normally it would be a little less paced up because it's Wednesday and my birthday kind of lined up. I'm doing this. And I'm 25, which I know for a lot of people seems kind of like weird to be kind of celebrating, but it's like I stopped caring about my birthday so long ago just because I've always associated this time of year with a lot of negativity, a lot of bad memories and stuff like that. But this is the first year I actually am happy moving into a new year, because for me the new year starts like technically on my birthday, so it's like this feels good to say that like this is when my new year is actually really beginning. Yeah, basically summarize what this video is going to be is, the best way to describe it, I want this to sort of be like my, the best way I can kind of describe it is I want this to be kind of like talking about my favorite things that I've done, or that I remember in 25 years. So like, not to be specific, but like maybe 5 games, like 5 games I really enjoyed in 2020, in my 25 years, 5 movies, 5 TV shows, whatever, but like, I don't want to necessarily make it 5, it's just, in 25 years is a really long time. To give you an idea of how long 25 years is, Majora's Mask came out the same year I was born. Thomas and the Magic Railroad, the movie, came out the same year I was born. So many things are 25 years old this year, and it's kind of crazy to think about that people are being born the same year that I'm turning 25, and it's even weirder to think that there are people who were born last year, the year before that. Also, yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen this interaction, so that's kind of why. But yeah, like to say the least, that I'm like, my age is finally, not necessarily catching up to me, but it's like the realization of how old I really am has finally caught up to me. And yeah, like, the best thing to kind of describe it is when you realize that some of your favorite things are turning 10 years old, is when you really realize that, okay, yeah, some things are really start, not necessarily aging, but are really starting to show the fact that you're old. Like, for example of it is, realizing that, Thomas Tank Engine, as a franchise, is 40 years old. And I grew up with that. Also, I think I'm actually watching the gameplay back. I think I was lagging a little bit, because on my screen, I remember shooting at people. Then I think I was kind of getting twitchy, because whenever I'm doing well in a game, I would show it on camera, but like my fingers get twitchy and I start tapping the trigger like instinctually, like kind of like fidgeting, like tapping the trigger. Not necessarily excusing it, it's just like, that's how I am. I'm just kind of fidgety and twitchy. Um, but yeah, like it's really weird considering how old I really have gotten. And again, it's like I know it's only 25. There are people turning 30, there are people turning 40, 50, whatever. But it's like you only realize like everything once again, like things you love are getting older, and so are you. But it's that sort of thing. So like, for example of this, Skyrim is over 10 years old, right? Skyrim is over 10 years old. Pokemon Sword and Shield is 8 years old. Black Ops 3 is 10 years old this year. This is an example. So, like, games like Black Ops 2 are turning 12 years old this year. Technically, actually, no, 13. But then it's like, again, you just think about it more and more, like, all these things that some of us grew up with are getting older. And not necessarily out of date, but just older. But it's crazy to me that, like, it's been this long. I've been doing YouTube since I was 13. I've been doing YouTube for literally, like, 12-ish years. Technically, it's been 10, but on this channel, I did have an older channel. I don't ever plan on covering that. That is very old. Basically me when I was 13. Not that there's anything bad. It's just very cringy, recorded on a phone type content. Just not interested in doing content like that, you know? But I remember so much. Like, my memory's been bad, but like, the more I sit down and actually try to think about it, I remember, like, the years when I was doing nothing but, just playing video games, not even wanting to make this necessarily a career, and then finding a YouTube channel of a British man playing Minecraft and streaming it and basically building an entire basically minecart track over to a city that somebody built in that a group of YouTubers built in his world. And then from there it turned into watching just people play Gmod and have a really good whale of a time. People playing the hidden and having a whale of a time. And it just kept on developing into watching YouTubers play Black Ops 2 and have a crap load of fun. Watching people play Black Ops 3 and having a whole load of fun. Watching people play Black Ops 4, Black Ops Cold War, all these games. And then it's devolved into watching somebody play games that I grew up with. Like Mario and Luigi, Pokemon Platinum, or Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Story, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Emerald. Just all these, it's weird to think that all of these things are getting older, and I was around to experience them. I think another good example is being around for the time of YouTube content like Moon is Honest. Being around to witness things like charity streams that like raise so much money, obscene amounts of money for charity. Stuff like charity, like a charity auction to help raise money for immune deficiency, and just in general, it's crazy to see how much has happened in 25 years. 25 years. Think about that. Think about things that are 25 years old. Again, anything that's come out in the year 2000 is 25 years old. And I just can't get over that. It's crazy to me that, yeah, 28-1. That was, yeah, there's the final score there. But yeah, I'll pull up another replay real quick just so we have something else to watch. I know replays, but yeah, we'll do. Let me see. When was the? On the 20th. Okay. I'll do this one. This one was actually a really good game. This is the game I think of. This is a really good game. This might be a little longer, so it'll actually work out.
Villain, I'm not judging.
Actually, this wasn't even the game I'm thinking of. This is the different game that I did that was a warm-up for before I did something else. Yeah, this is the warm-up game that I did. I want to do high team info. There we go. But, yeah, like, it's... Just, I might as well say some things. Just things that I've experienced in my 25 years of living that I personally remember very fondly. Visiting, like, being able to go to conventions for the first time. Like, perfect example of it is, like, going to Fan Expo, going to PAX. I've gone to Fan Expo every single year now from 2021 and later. I've met Ron Perlman, the voice of, like, so many things I could name. There's, like, Optimus Primal, the narrator from Fallout New Vegas and most of the early Fallout games. He's Hellboy. He's, also, yeah, this is an older game. I'm not showing off all the best games, but this one was just an older game. I think I was typing or something like that. I was talking with somebody or watching something. I typically, whenever I'm playing games, I'm usually just trying to chill, and I very rarely actually take it seriously, and I'm, like, not fully... Like, I'm very rarely taking it seriously and fully paying attention, if that makes sense. Just, like, being able to meet the band, like, a band for not just once, but twice. Going to convention and, like, going back to the convention things, I've met the voice of Blitz from Hell of a Boss. I met the voice of Overhaul, Freddy Fazbear, Rockstar Freddy, basically just, like, Kellen Goff. Look up anything he's done. I met the voice of Vegeta, or All Might, Christopher Sabat. I met the voice of Joker Persona, the Smash announcer, with Xander Mobus. I have met so many people, or I've had the opportunity to meet so many people at Fan Expo, and I've just not been able to do it, or I've just not done it. I've gotten plushies. I have one of my favorite plushies of all time. I got one of my favorite plushies at the time, which was an Alolan Vulpix, because if you don't know, Aika is loosely based off an Alolan Vulpix, which makes me very happy. I have so many different shirts from those conventions. I have so many different... I remember that pulse. I remember how embarrassing that was. But you get the idea. It's like the opportunities I've had in the past just generally the past 10 years, technically, or even 5 years, has been insane. And I only want the next 5 years to be even more crazy, because I want to be able to do something like, not to say host a panel, but I want to be able to be big enough that I can, like, not to say be a guest of honor, but be, like, a notable guest at a convention, or what have you. Like, I want to be able to host a stream of doing something for charity and have it actually raise money for a cause that I find a just cause. Like, there's so much out there. There's so many things I haven't done that now that I'm turning 25 and I have the motivation to actually do things outside of just doing YouTube content. I actually want to do them. So I'm excited, and the fact that this year is basically just beginning and I'm getting more and more confident with myself and doing more and more things, and while I haven't been recovering really with my debts and anything like that, I'm still motivated to do things about my debts, you know? Here's a good example of it. Like, I'm reaching out to more creators to want to do streams. I know as of right now, I haven't set the time and date for it, but I do plan on doing a birthday stream. If it's not today and not going on currently, it's tomorrow. But, like, I know I keep saying it boggles my mind that I've been around for 25 years, and I've experienced so many different things in terms of tech. We've had Like, we've had games that are able to track voice and use that as a game mechanic with, like, not Don't Breathe, I forget what it's called. But, like, we have games that do stuff like, what the hell happened here? Oh, it's just the between game transition, or between round transition. But it's crazy. Because like I feel like I've done nothing, and I'm.
That is some pretty impressive tech you're wearing, kid.
Steve got it for me. It's from the future.
Wait, you have gear more advanced than mine? And you got it from...
It's disappointing, basically. It's disappointing that I've been around for 25 years and I feel like I've barely gotten anything done in terms of bettering myself. Or in terms of being me. But then I look at all the things I've done in the past couple of years to try and better myself, and I'm just happy. Like, I actually feel good to want to reach out to other creators. And like, while I don't want to necessarily rebuild bridges to creators I haven't spoken to in a while, I want to try and make more friends. It's not that I dislike the friends that I have, it's that I want to try and make more that might be more long-term, so that way, if I'm ever in desperate need of having a friend to talk to, and there's somebody who isn't available to talk to, I always have someone else there. And generally speaking, I don't want to get emotional about this, but like, it's been nothing short of like overwhelming to have so many people be supportive of things you want to do and things you want to create, and basically be like supportive of everything. Like, I've never been more motivated to want to do more edited based content in my life, because I had so many people reach out to me like personally and say that my Lethal Company video was actually pretty good and I should do more. I want to do more. Right now it's more or less a limitation of time, because obviously I work a part-time job. This isn't my career. This is simply my hobby. I do this because it makes me happy. I do this as an escape from what my daily life is, which is just dealing with people in retail. But it means the world that people watch and care enough to care enough about my content to want to watch, and it's not like people watch my content enough and actually care about it to want to keep watching. And it does seriously mean a lot that you're watching. In fact, I'll straight up to say it right now. I'll straight up just say it, like, absolutely right now. I have legitimately thought about wanting to just not do this anymore. There's been so many times where I've wanted to quit. So many times where I just wanted to drop everything and just not do this anymore and just play games to have fun and not turn it into content. But I'm content brained. I have a creative brain. I have the urge to always be creating something. And while I know all of my content is very much like this, just me talking and to a camera and a microphone, while you guys watch me either play a video game reasonably well or absolutely poorly, I've never been one to actually care a single crap about my actual gameplay. I'm just showing some highlights here. I did not realize that Magneto had such a grudge on me that he used his ult on me, and I barely lived. I also think that was a fat finger ult. Because again, twitchy hands. But I just am annoying. I am annoyingly creative when it comes to ideas. I just suck at actually executing them. If that makes sense. Like, I have so many ideas that I want to do, and so many ideas that I've always had and wanted to do, but I just don't do them because I don't think I can do them. And I'm going to try and get out of that rut and actually do things that I want to do. I think a perfect example of it is I want to do more edited content. I want to do more stream content. I want to do more highlight content, where I want to do Let's Plays on stream and have those Let's Plays effectively get, not chopped down into full playthroughs, but basically get chopped up and have most of the highlights and funny moments be a part of a highlight video, but have the streams be available. Because if you don't know, all my streams are unlisted, not because I don't want them public, but because it's easier to have them unlisted so that way they don't spam notification feeds, but there's a playlist always available to watch my streams after they've gone up. I'm thinking about having one that's going to be a playthrough-based stream, so all playthrough streams will be obviously still unlisted, but they'll be available in a playlist for you to at least can watch them all in full after a highlight comes out or something like that, you know, so you can watch all of that in full, given obviously breaks and stuff will still be in there. So it'll be, if I am playing a game and I have to go use the bathroom, I have to go feed my dog or do whatever, stuff like that.
Steve and T'Challa gave it to me. Why?
You sure you don't want something a bit more reliable? Maybe some Stark Tech?
When it comes to reliable, there's no one that tops those two. I'm all good.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
But
3.
we're just gonna watch this final round out, and I have no other thoughts really to say other than just thank you for all the support in the past 10 years of doing this. I think we're going on 11 years this year, and it just, the fact that I have the ability to do this content, and the fact that I have the ability to create the things that I create, and I don't feel like I'm forced into this niche. The fact, because a lot of people say, like, whenever people ask me, what type of YouTube content do you make? And I just say gaming. It's like, oh, what game? Yes. I try to do the different games every single day. I never try to do the same game multiple days in a row unless it's a big content drop. I never try to stick to one the game. I would say I'm a mainly FPS YouTuber. I play a lot of FPS games. That's mainly what I play. But I do like to branch out and do MMOs. Like, I technically Destiny's kind of falls into both. But I want to try and do more games like that are more RPG focused, like, or more survival horror, like Subnautica, Resident Evil, Alien Isolation. I want to do more funnier and more goofy indie games, like Undertale was for a time. Which, again, Foxden is working on trying to do more Foxden stuff. It's basically been a mixture of motivational issues for me as well as Eevee. My main goal is I want to try and get it fully off the ground again this year. Maybe not necessarily in terms of upload, but in terms of creating something. Because we both enjoy doing it. It's just actually setting a time up, because obviously I have work and Eevee's sometimes busy doing convention stuff and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's what have you. It's not even necessarily anything to do with either one of us. It's just motivational stuff on both sides. The best way I can kind of say it is I'm happy that I'm able to create content and I'm not stuck in a rut of... I'm not stuck in this rut of... I can't remember what some of these I don't remember what I'm doing. But I'm just glad I'm able to create content and not be stuck in this rut of, like, I'm stuck to one genre, you know? Like, perfect example of it is, I'm going to straight up spoil some things right now. Once the 3 series that we have going on right now are over, so mainly, because it's going to be a little bit longer, but after Black is done, we're going to go right back into Gears of War. We're going to go into Gears of War 4. Because I looked into the Gears of War Judgment stuff, it's not really anything super substantial. So we're going to be doing Gears of War 4, and then on the Crisis week, or the Crisis slot, so Saturdays, I'm actually going to be doing Doom, the original Doom game. And from there, I will be, I'll be basically, not alternating, but I'm basically going to do another game after that, and then later on, probably, I'm going to say as the summer starts to wind up, it'll probably be a little bit closer to when we'll do Crisis 2, and then Crisis 3 as the fall begins. And then obviously Doom 2 and Doom 3, Doom 64 and Doom 3 mixed in there as well. The Wednesday slot, however, after Gears 4, once we're done with Gears 4, I'm not going to be hopping into Gears 5 right away. I want to keep it as a little bit of a surprise. But we will be playing a game that we will be playing something that I'm very excited for. In fact, I'm going to quickly hide my screen while I actually double check, because I want to remember what game I'm actually playing. Because I have them written down, I just can never remember what it is, because I don't plan these fully out ahead of time a lot of the time. That's right. I was going to be playing that. Right. To put it simply, we're going to be doing a visual novel game, which you're probably wondering, what? What do you mean by that? You'll see. You will see. I'm excited to be playing it. It is a game that I have been wanting to play for a while. It's been on my Xbox wishlist, which, if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you for watching. If you want to do something, something personally for me, and you want to, like, kind of do, like, if you want to support me in a more personal way, especially with today being my birthday, I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, and you feel generous enough you want to do so, Ko-fi link in the description. In fact, in this video as well, I will leave my Throne link in the description as well. You can buy one of the gifts on my Throne. Any one of them will actually benefit me for content or for just general, like, thank you type thing. I'm planning on, there should be actually a lot more than what there is right now. A lot of it is mainly kind of like Amiibo, and I think there's a hard drive on there, a pair of headphones. But more or less, the best way I could say it is just hit my Ko-fi in the description, or join this community Discord if you want to do less stuff taken out of it, because obviously Ko-fi takes a small cut of every single amount of money. But if you want to do a more personal donation, you can join the community Discord and then just ping me directly, and I can just ping me directly and say I want to gift you something, and then we could talk about it from there. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Seriously, again, it means a lot that you guys care enough to want to watch my content. Tomorrow, expect the finale for Black. I was going to do it Tuesday, but given the fact that the dungeon race for the new dungeon is over, I'm not saying it will be up, but there might be either a dungeon video or a video that's spawned thanks to the dungeon race that has made me want to do a video on this. But yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Have everybody, stay safe, and 25 now. Crazy to think that. Again, just weird.